to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes?
Not that I know.
May I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
All in favor? Any additions or deletions to the agenda? We have one addition to talk about the grant. And I've added that one already. Okay. Committee reports, Fire Chief.
Well, it was kind of a busy month for us. It's 24 runs for October. To the end of October, we've had 175. Let's break down the districts. Our grant through the Hendricks County Community Foundation was approved by the county commissioners and the county council. So we're getting a $20,000 check for the Lucas CPR device.
That's for the one that does.
And then, that's found out the other day, the DNR 50/50 matching grant that I applied for back in February. Got approval for it. We're gonna buy a gas detector, with it. The money we will get from the DNR will be $1,330. So with the grant for the air packs, the Lucas device grant, and the grant we just got, we've gotten, just a little over $97,000 in grant money this year.
Wow.
Nice.
So,
Thank you.
every little bit helps, so. We're gonna have cookies with Santa December 17th from noon to 3. So providing our Santa Claus is feeling well enough, he's planning on being Santa again, so. That's all I have. Anybody else have anything?
How's the drive-through go?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
It went great. It went great. We actually, had, well, before cook weight, we had 90 pounds of, pork shoulder smoked. And by 3 o'clock, we were sending somebody up to GFS to get more pulled pork from GFS.
Wow.
So we cleared, right around $1,700.
Nice.
So the two were successful. Between the two, we cleared a little over $4,000 for the two fundraisers. So we'll do them again next year. This last one we had barbecue sauce donated from City Barbecue. I've gotten $50 donated from Costco and $150 from Meyer. So that helped out quite a bit.
Nice.
So your cookies with Santa event, do you need like donations of cookies? I've never been to this event, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, we usually get like cookies from Meyer or something, we'll take.
I can just drop off cookies.
Okay.
Of course, you know it's Costco, they're big, is that okay? The kids?
Yeah,
They're-
we'll just
they're
hand that
good,
one.
but,
We usually do, cookies and then like the little juice boxes,
oh, okay.
so,
Bring either and just drop them off to you guys
Yeah.
like that morning or something?
yeah,
Okay.
that morning or on, Friday before, meet somebody here and,
Okay,
or, so, that way, cause we take the cookies and bag them up in the individual
Right, okay,
Ziploc
gotcha.
bags, so.
okay, alright.
But, yeah, that'd be great,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're welcome.
Treatment plant operator.
Okay, so still got the normals going on, so, recap, Nate Paul's got all the boat stuff done, so I should be ready to go to do the, checking in the lagoon next year. Spring gets here, we'll jump in and have some fun. 18th, I met with, Mr. Lane over here on the doubles. So I guess everybody has seen those are progressing along. So part of that is he wanted to know where he's gonna hook on at, so main trunk line that he'll have to connect on is on, we call that, it's South Street, I believe, right? He lives on, so he'll have to tear into the road, bore over, and he's asking requirements, you know, so I've chatted with Polly, but, kinda, the take is we wanna put back just exactly the way it is, so I'll have to be there, inspect it, make sure he hooks on right, but he's just gonna pull one tap, that way we don't have to cut multiple times. We'll bring one tap across the road and then, tie all those units into the one tap.
What sort of time do you go for?
I'm assuming, yeah, he'll size it up because he's gonna dump all those into that, so. 27th, do testing on the influent, 29th, hopefully the last mow for the year. It's still looking good, it's not growing, so hopefully we're done. No discharge for October, and then monthly reports were filed, and then 811s, we had a total of 4 for the month. Any questions? No?
So,
That's good.
thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Town attorney.
The only thing I'm gonna have is in unfinished business, I have an ordinance to present to you for,
Okay. Town marshal.
Yeah, I apologize, I got the report sent a little late this evening, so didn't get Polly much time to print it out. Give you guys just a quick summary. Obviously, the patrol vehicle has went under maintenance over the last month, so last several weeks, it's been out of commission. Sounds like it got that battery fixed or replaced, so it's up and running. Got traffic light out here at Hendricks and US 40's been going out, dispatch been notified, so hopefully get that fixed here soon. Approximately 35 runs or so this past month in October, mostly consisting of traffic and a couple alarms, business complaints, things of that nature. No other business.
That stoplight does that about every 2 minutes.
Really?
They started about 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, at least it slowed him down.
Yeah.
Okay. New business. Oh, did you get, a price?
No, I did not have a flat rate.
There's a gentleman, well, Brian Johnson, the tree cutter person, has bought a vacuum that vacuums leaves, one of those big truck things. And wanted to know, he's gone to all the towns around, wanting to know if there's any interest in using it for the town. Would people be interested in breaking their leaves out to the road and having them vacuumed up? We did have at one point, about a year ago, a gentleman wanted to know why we didn't have that service here. I mean, it's nothing we've ever had, but we have had that offered to us, but he did not apparently give us a price yet on, it would be like a flat rate for so many times a month or something. Just from the people who are here, is there any interest in that among any of you?
I'd rather see that than people break them up and burn them.
I don't burn leaves anymore. I did that in the first year I moved here, and the whole neighborhood couldn't see, so I mulch them.
I do too, I mulch them. But anybody have any interest in using a service like that?
As long as it's not overwhelming price.
Well, this would be something the town would,
Yeah, no, I mean,
Furnish.
yeah, right.
Yay, nay,
Yeah.
thoughts?
We don't have any trees, so.
We've got one,
oh,
but we have other leaves though. As long as it doesn't cost the town a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it comes down to. You don't wanna break the town over it, but.
no, and we don't have a prices yet, so I'm assuming it's moot point for this fall. We
Yeah.
have to.
No, that's a
Most of the leaves are gone now.
good thing if it's affordable, for sure.
The question you can pose on your,
You can do like the neighbor across the street,
town
just put them in
website
the
or
neighbor's
whatever
road.
you want. You put out there just to
I'm
see
gonna
what
put it in my
other people
neighborhood.
may have a need for it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I don't, I'm letting mine lie.
Well, that's not good for your yard.
Sure, it needs that better blanket.
Okay, also, we have received a grant. Holly, asked for this grant, she got some information on it and filled it out. We've received a grant, we're going to get an ADA picnic table and bench for the playground. So that's something that we're gonna have to, once we get the picnic table, we're hoping to put it at the shelter house. However, if you have somebody in a wheelchair, we're gonna have to furnish some sort of sidewalk and a little bit of a ramp to get into the shelter house. So that would be something we would do in the spring. So just for our information, please be thinking about maybe helping out if we need some manpower to put that sidewalk in, get that ready, so. Do that. So, think about that. Plus, the fence is in. Have y'all seen the fence?
Mhm.
Okay.
I've got a email about, grants for body cameras.
Yeah.
I turned it in
We
today.
have that. Okay. Unfinished business, drainage ditch. I have not been able to reach Brian. I tried this week to get a hold of him again. My question for the board is, do we want to keep waiting on Brian, or do we want to find someone else to look at this problem?
He doesn't wanna do it, or he's been back in touch with us.
I mean, I've called him every month before board meeting to try to get an answer.
I think we should look at somebody else, somebody reputable, just like Steve is, you know, but evidently we're just too small to work with.
He's been real busy and he's hard to get, he really is.
And I think we should look into 2 or 3 other people then and find out. Just so we can get it taken care of, but we have our own needs to make sure we get it done.
Okay. Let's come up with some suggestions of people. I did have a list. I'll see if I can find it. Off the top of your head, do you know anyone? Do you?
Anymore.
Yeah.
Anybody here know anyone who does the ditching work like Brian Stevenson, that could look at this ditch issue?
No, I don't know, an excavator.
Cooper's excavating, they may do it.
Coopers?
Yeah, they have relatives that live here in town, mows their grass all the time.
Does John Hall still do that? Do you know?
Yeah, but I don't think the town can afford John Hall.
I had that feeling, yeah. Okay. Alright. Sewer bill increase.
Okay. I have drafted a precinct ordinance for the $2 increase. We will, Holly and I are working on getting a notice ready to be published to have a public hearing for this for your next board meeting. I just wanted to present this to you beforehand, so you had it. But like I said, Holly and I will get a notice ready, it'll go out.
Why don't you just go ahead and do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we can take official action on that next month
Next one,
after we get it advertised, so.
alright. Okay,
What is the proposed rate increase?
$2.
No, when?
When, it would
Oh,
start
good.
January 1st.
Okay.
Did I leave anything out?
Everything goes up, nothing goes down.
In lieu of not having that stormwater fee established, and since we're increasing, looking at the books, if we would pass a resolution and just go ahead and make it something that we're going to pass and transfer $200 a month, I mean, you're getting a nice $2 increase from everybody, so why not go ahead and make that a monthly thing that I'll do with a resolution of transferring $200 over into a separate fund that's already established. This fund, it's had the same amount of money in it for probably 10 years. So why not go ahead and just add money to that, since we didn't go ahead with the stormwater fee? And that way we'll be able to start accumulating a little bit of savings and cushion the back pocket there in case something does arise. We'll have a little bit of money.
Is that the fund you're talking about, is it for stormwater, is already set up?
No,
It's just a fund?
that is right. This is sewer money that we're increasing, so it has to stay in sewer
Stays
funds.
in sewer funds?
But it would be money that we could use for improvement. It's called an improvement
okay.
fund,
Okay.
so.
For like the repairs and stuff.
So, I mean, I took the liberty of just going ahead and kind of making a resolution that you guys can kind of think of, and just, we can, it would be something that, we consider passing next month, but. Cause then that $1 increase from everybody would go into, your, operating cash, and then $1 would go, $200 of that increase would go into that fund, of an improvement fund.
What do you guys think?
You'll have to make a decision tonight and do it, but I just something I'm proposing that you guys consider.
And to me, if it's gonna be used for repairs, that's what this is all about anyways, is getting the system up to date to where we're gonna stay current and not eventually crash down the road.
Right, alright, thank you. Okay, may I have a motion to pay our claims?
I'll make that motion.
I think,
All in favor?
aye.
Any miscellaneous business? No? Meeting adjourned.
Wow.
I have a street light out on the corner of Putnam and
I
North.
wondered if you had ever called about that.
It keeps cycling, it overheats and shuts off for about a half hour.
I'll go, I need the, number off the toll, but I'll call him. You have the number?
Yeah.
Cool.
Listen out here in front at the same time.
Out in front.
Ready to
Right after.
the boys think it's mad.
The Synergy number is 062-336.
Awesome, thank you.
Is that the light that we remember the other night? Like,
The boys think
Well, at 4 AM when I